Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would give a review of this handbag right here. This is the Coach Brooklyn in 28 in, as you can see, raffia. And if you are not new to my channel, I am sure you have seen me absolutely love and gush about the leather version of this handbag. I bought that almost a year ago now. I think I have done a review on it. I compared it to the larger size and I absolutely love that handbag still. It's one of my favorites. So when I saw that it came out in raffia, I was immediately intrigued, but I will say, or admit rather, that this was a little bit of an impulse purchase. However, since I already had it in leather, I felt like I knew slightly what to expect from this handbag. I just wasn't sure whether raffia was worth this price point. I saw this one, they had one left in stock, which gets me every single time. So I ended up just purchasing it, thinking I could return it if I didn't like it. I ended up really liking the look of it, so that is what made me keep it, even though I was a little bit hesitant when I actually first bought it. So I'm gonna go over what I think about it, whether I think this is worth purchasing, obviously in regards to the price and everything, and pros and cons, how it's held up. But shall we start with what fits in this handbag first? Although this looks to have quite a nice shape now, it's because I store it with some paper in it. So let me take that out and we can have a look inside. So without any of the paper in it, you can see how incredibly thin this is. It doesn't really have any shape. It's just very soft. It opens with this magnetic closure, same as the leather version. And I absolutely love this. I think this is a really nice way to finish off the bag if you're going to do a magnetic closure. Inside the bag, as you might be able to see, it's just a hole. There isn't any side pocket or anything dividing it up. And I think that in my leather version, I didn't even realize how much I really enjoy the side pocket because it's just so good for my phone or a card holder, a lip balm, really small things that I just want really easily accessible. Here you don't have any of that. So let me give you an example of what I will carry in this handbag, and you can probably also here see why I store it with some paper in it, because otherwise it just has no shape. Let's put in an agenda, or whether this is a notebook or a book. It's really nice that you can actually fit something of a size in it, and you can see it even covers everything. And then I have a sunglass case. And obviously, if I'm wearing this handbag, it's going to be summer, so I'm going to need sunglasses. That slots in really nicely. I have some makeup items, sunscreen, a lip balm. Honestly, this lip balm is so good. So I'm just putting those in there. And as soon as I start putting in the smaller things, I notice that I'm missing a pocket in it. Sometimes I'll just do a small little makeup case in it, so it's a little less scattered all around the bag. Then I have my keys, my card holder. I don't really tend to do a big wallet ever because I don't like switching out my cards between wallets, so I just keep the same card holder like always. My phone. If I'm going out, I'd typically bring my powder compact. I have no idea where that is at the moment, but that is sort of what I will carry in this handbag, and not really that much more. If I'm not carrying the agenda here, obviously there's more room and you can even fit in like a little water bottle. But all in all, I really feel like this fits a decent amount, especially for the size and for what it looks like. I feel like it looks deceptively small and it fits much more than I thought it would. The leather version did that as well, which is partly the reason I've carried it so much. So even when I have all of these things in the handbag, you can fit even like a little snack or something else small into it. Now, onto what I think about this handbag. Shall we start with a positive? Because I feel like that's always a good place to start. First of all, love the look. Love. Especially for being a raffia bag, I feel like they can very quickly look a little bit cheap and ragged, and like it doesn't really elevate the outfit. And this one I feel like looks really nice. The raffia is really nice and tight, and I love the shape of it. I also really love that the logo here is 3D with the raffia layered over. I just feel like it makes the handbag look a little bit more like thought and attention and detail was put into it. It's such a beautiful part of the handbag, and Obviously, this makes all of my outfits much more summery, which I love. A raffia bag, any raffia bag will obviously do that. But what I love about this one is that I feel like it's not a strictly beach handbag. If I'm being honest, I've worn this a lot more for other things than the beach. Even for like going to lunch or meetings, I feel like this actually works because it's not like a typical beachy straw handbag, but it still has that really summery look to it. So for me, it really does double duty. I feel like it makes raffia look very wearable. And another thing I absolutely love about this handbag is that it is like 10 out of 10 when it comes to comfort level. This sits on the shoulder really, really nicely. It doesn't fall down. I don't have to like stress with it, and it's not too wide. I've talked about this before. I hate when shoulder bags are really wide, so you end up walking like this, like just very awkwardly. I almost feel like I'm not wearing a handbag at all. A lot of this overlaps with the leather version, obviously, but I do honestly feel like this one is even more comfortable. And I think maybe especially because raffia bags in my head oftentimes are these very bulky basket bags, and they're just really can be a bit awkward to wear. Like they just need a little bit more attention. So this one is, it just feels ultra comfortable and I love it for that. But shall we move on to the more negative things about this handbag? Let's call it things you should know before buying it, because there really are a couple of things you should consider before buying this to determine whether it's going to be worth it for you. The first thing I have already slightly touched on, and it is the structure of this handbag, which there is none. Essentially, it's not a structured handbag. I will say, for being just a woven raffia handbag, you don't have like these really big holes. And by that, I mean it doesn't have any big holes, so it's fairly tightly woven. But if you haven't filled this handbag with things, it does kind of collapse a little bit, and I've seen that some people get a bag shaper for this. I might do that just to help it keep its shape. I'm sure that's going to help with the longevity of the handbag as well. Which, moving on to the durability of this handbag, raffia is always just going to be more delicate. It just is. And while I do feel like it still feels like Coach, it still feels like high quality, it's not going to be the same or last as long as a leather version will. Even if it's much more expensive than some of the other raffia handbags, I still treat this with a lot of care because I know that raffia is just not highly like super durable. So you might want to take that into consideration, whether it's worth paying so much money for something that is a little bit more prone to breaking, and it can easily snag on things like jewelry, or if you have zippers, you just want to be a little bit careful, and I definitely am when I'm wearing this handbag. The other issue with this is obviously that it's very, very seasonal, and I think that is both a pro and a con. So it's great because it really makes all of my outfits feel very summery, but this is not something that is going to be worn in winter, at least not where I live. So it has a much more limited time when I'm going to wear it during the year. I am foreseeing that I will be wearing this a lot next year as well, and if I'm going on holiday, it's perfect. So I don't think that's a particular negative of this specific handbag, but maybe just all raffia bags in general. And I did mention the durability of this handbag, so I also feel obligated to say that mine has held up well so far. It's not been any noticeable wear because I am a little bit on the careful side with this. It hasn't snagged, but I have read online that it has happened to other people, and I've had that happen with other raffia handbags, so I am careful with that. But I also read that corner wear was especially a bit more prevalent, maybe especially if you stuff this handbag with a lot of different things. It doesn't have the structure to keep its shape, and the corners are going to wear. You can see they are quite rounded, so you can see here they look good so far here, but I am very careful with where I place my handbag and not overstuffing it so the corners don't get particularly exposed, but they look all right for now. I will say that I am also okay with a raffia handbag looking a little bit more worn. I think it's part of the charm, so I guess that's also personal preference. Now, actually, let me get the leather version so you can see a little bit of a comparison. So here we have the two handbags. Let me take out the items from the raffia handbag so you can see what they actually look like empty side by side. They are a little bit different. Their leather is much more structured, as you can see, and even the shaping is a little bit different. And one thing I have noticed with this raffia handbag is that I wish they had made the leather strap from the original Brooklyn bag and put that into this one and just covered it with raffia, because can you see how much shape you get from that strap? It's in a really thick and fairly stiff leather, so it just helps the bag keep its shape so much more, and I think that would really help give this that like this shape instead of this. But obviously the raffia handbag is lighter, feels a little bit more casual. This one is very much for summer, and I do think it is just a beautiful summery or holiday bag. And this one feels like it's much more for all year round. So this might be obvious, but if you are between the two and you don't have a leather option, I would always go with the leather option. I love it so much. It's a beautiful handbag, one of my favorites ever, and I've worn it so much. But if you already have this, if you're looking for a raffia handbag, I do really enjoy this one, especially for how versatile it feels. I would recommend it if you feel like you're going to get enough wear out of it, if you are okay with spending Coach money for something that is not going to be as long lasting as the leather version. I think this one is $195 and this one is $295. At least when I bought them, it might be a little bit different now. But for $100 more to get it in leather just feels like such a good price. And $200 for raffia is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit steep. So I think it's entirely going to depend on how you feel about spending that much money for something that is not going to be as durable as leather. But I do love it. If you're up for it, I think it is a really cool bag. I think it adds so much to my outfits. I would absolutely purchase it again because of how much I have been enjoying it. I also wanted to show you some full-length shots of what this looks like on me, because that is something I find really helpful. Hopefully you do as well. You can see the drop. I am 160 centimeters or 5'2", 5'3" on a good day. So I think this is a really good size on me. It's super easy to wear. Again, as I already mentioned, it's really comfortable, and I did also see that they make this in a size 39. I haven't tried it. It was never a question in my mind that I even would. I can imagine that being a fantastic beach bag because the leather version of that fits so many different things. But I can also imagine the problem of the slouching and losing structure be much worse in such a big handbag. So that is my 2 cents for what they're worth when I haven't even held the handbag. So, you know, probably not a lot. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this review. If you have any questions whatsoever, because I tend to always forget something when I do these handbag reviews, then please do leave it down below, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. I love talking handbags. So whatever you feel the most comfortable with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you very shortly in the next video. Bye!